You're just days away from Election Day, and we're continuing to bring you stories about people from all corners of our state. Jason Allen has spent the past month traveling from the Panhandle to the Rio Grande in an effort to get away from the polls and to find the Texas state of mind.
Yeah, and in his latest trip, Jason took us to Central Texas. He visited 2 different wineries there, learned a little bit more about the role that these huge businesses are playing in shaping and changing the Hill Country's economy.
It's just a little economy. It's a very healthy economy. You know, it comes with some issues like higher cost of living and more difficult to find employees.
It's become even more of a tourist town than it was before. And it's changed the economics of the town. Like land is more expensive, like homes are more expensive. You know, like the cost of doing business is more expensive.
I used to be like almost sheepish or apologetic about it. And I think it's really important that as a company that we do provide sustainability to our team and our company.
So Jason is joining us now here live in studio. Jason, this trip was a little bit of a change of pace.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit here. He went to the west of South Texas and the High Plains this time. This was an exciting trip for you.
Yeah, it was. And you're right. We've kind of gone and talked to dozens of people at a time, right? And tried to get as many opinions as we could. But when we went to Central Texas, I mean, obviously there was the wine.
Right.
Right. So we thought, well, let's stop here for a little extra time. That made sense.
But for no other reason other than it was a great place to hang out.
Of course. But, you know, as we were there and we talked to people, you know, it's this really interesting area because you have the big cities, you have Austin, you have San Antonio, you have Waco.
Right.
But then you have this huge other economy that's up further out to the west. And as we talked to people more, we heard them talk about not just the business environment, but the actual environment and that being front of mind. And that was something we hadn't heard in other places. And we decided to just spend a little bit more time with that.
And your full story aired last night at 10. You mentioned Waco. You spent a lot of time in this report in Fredericksburg and kind of the Hill Country area. When it comes to those wineries, one of the things that I heard in the 10 o'clock report was that, you know, the economy is changing a lot because they have tourism coming in, but then that's also changing things like home prices and everything else. So it's not only impacting the wineries with more business, but then it's making living there harder for those folks.
And that's a big thing for these businesses, right? And these winery owners that we talk to, and they want to try to make all of these things work together. They don't want to be in a situation where they've got to bring staff on, but the staff can't afford to live there. And so there's all of these big moving parts. That's why it gets back to sustainability. And we thought this is a place where we can focus on something different about what really the state of mind is as we go into this election.
For sure. You're not even done traveling yet. So where's the next stop?
So we go to East Texas next, right? And that's going to be coming up on Friday. I wanted to pick something that was kind of right out in the middle of the piney woods, as middle as we could be.
You've got a little list going.
Yeah.
So
we hit Nacogdoches, and spent some time with the people there and got some really interesting thoughts and opinions. Yes, economy comes up again out there.
Yeah, there's a big movement out there to kind of reinvent some of the small towns. So I'll be really interested to see your report. By the way, if you've missed some of the reports that Jason's done, you can actually head to our website. But real quickly, let's just get a sneak peek of what the East Texas visit was like.
We still have another roommate, so there's 3 of us.
There's 3 of you?
There's 3 of us to afford rent, and we're in a small town. So.
In like a house? 3 of you in a house or an apartment?
Apartment.
So you work 2 jobs?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Feel like you have to do that right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everything is too high.
The cost of living and operating the trucks and everything that's what can really affect us. Is whenever diesel's $5 a gallon and the truck gets 5 miles per gallon, every mile you're going is $1, and it adds up real fast.
Themes of economy there. We're going to see that full report from Nacogdoches from Jason Friday night on CBS News Texas at 10 o'clock. And again, all of Jason's reports looking at the Texas state of mind available on our website.
Yeah, Jason, thank you so much. Waking up early and hanging out with us.
Yep, good to be with you.
We always appreciate checking in on Jason.